All right, guys, we elected to mute the audio from Mr. Mike Zuglin. Looks like the players are going to lag. Mr. Michael Yetnick on deck.
Hey guys, nice to be here. Just so you guys know, Del Sim will be joining us in about 5 minutes. He grabbed a little bite, so he'll miss maybe the first game, and then he'll be being here to rock the road concerning commentary for you guys. Looks like Jayson won the lag, and it should be an exciting match. Both guys are powerful shooters. Both guys are pretty quick, so should be a lot of fun for the viewers. I'm excited to watch this match. What are you thinking, Al?
I'm thinking they both faced each other in the Moscone Cup, and this is like a return thing. Billy's walking around with the shoulders to say, hey, we're the new champions in town, and flashing that kind of vibe towards Jayson. And Jason's sitting there with the fangs out and just wants revenge one at a time. He tried Shane Van Boning, and Shane Van Boning won, and now he's facing Billy Thorpe.
That Moscone Cup, I got to tell you, it's I hadn't gone before, and it was an amazing event. To anyone interested in that event, you guys got to check it out. It's something special.
Here we go.
All right, guys. So he's breaking from the left side as we're looking, playing the 3 in the lower left corner, the 1 in the side. Missed both balls. The 1 Michael cross corner. So he hit just underneath the side pocket, which allowed the 1 to go cross corner. He's got a tough shot in the 2. It is going towards the 3. If he can break those up, he'll have a 3-7 combination, or maybe 3 somewhere else. So he's going to want to bring the cue towards the 5 ball if possible. But if not, if he hits the 3, he might get a good roll. This is no hanger, but Jayson makes these a lot more than other guys. Like I said, he went into the 5, had shape for the 3-7 combination, just barely missed that cut shot. Wasn't as easy as it looked, guys. Billy's looking to get the same position. He's going to play the 3-7 combination. He'll probably lead the 3 ball up so he can play position off the 3 to the 4 ball. So he'll hit this softly. Okay, good shot from Billy. And with the angle he has, he should be able to go to the long rail and back out to the middle of the table. He'll favor the right side slightly. He's looking at it. He'd like to be on the right side of the 4 because then he can use the long rail to get back to the 5. So he's going to just pocket this ball, come towards the middle of the table, but a little more towards the right side. 1-2 back to the middle, a little favoring the right side. Good shot by Billy. Chose the 2-rail route, kept him in line on the 4 ball. He'll probably play short side position from the 5 to the 6, so he'll want to get on the right side of the table for the 6 in the lower or upper left corner. So he wanted to be thick on the 5. Now he can control the cue nicely for the 6. He'll just float this a little forward. And he'll set up sort of a Z pattern for the 8 ball, I believe, meaning he'll go forward a little bit, kind of keep in line where the 6 ball is, and then he'll just swing 2 rails long towards the 9 ball, trying to hit the 3rd diamond past the side pocket. Let's see if he doesn't hit the 3rd diamond past the side pocket from his perspective. Okay, 2.5, a little under the 9, but still in great shape. So Billy's going to draw first blood here.
That he does.
Guys, easy Billiards is keeping up live scoring for this event. So if you guys are looking to see what's happening on the table above or this table, I know Al puts the score up, but you guys can follow some of the other matches. Right now there's only one other match, but you can follow that on...
they're actually witnessing both right on the screen.
Yeah, but just to get the scoring if you want, guys, Easy Billiards. Okay, so we're going to see Billy's break now. We saw Shaw come up dry. Billy's breaking from the same side, trying to play the 2 ball in the lower left corner. 1 ball towards the side or banking it towards the upper left corner.
What do you think Earl Strickland's idea? What do you think of that? Where you make the wing ball and the 1 ball do not count on the break. They come up.
I think...
and you continue shooting from where the cue ball lies.
I think that would make the game very challenging for a lot of players because you would have a congestion every game from the get-go because you want to maintain control of the table. I'm assuming someone would come up with a soft break, soft safety break to negate having the spot balls and having a congestion and just playing a safety break from the get-go. I like a lot of Earl's thoughts, though. He likes the tables. He likes the idea of having the table heated. He likes the idea of using specific polish on the balls. He likes the lighting to be a certain way to keep the heat, the humidity down. He's very accurate in a lot of his statements, even though an onlooker would think that he's over picky or something of that nature. It's just with the years of knowledge he has, that was one of the most incredible shots I've seen. He's going to be stuck with a tough shot. Can't believe he hit that with enough pace to come all the way down to the short rail here, but great shot, and he's got to come with 2 more. He's going to make the 4. If he makes the 4, he's going to have a long shot in the 5, and he's going to drift forward for the 5 in the lower right corner. But if he makes the 4, he's going to have a tough shot in the 5, and then a tough shot to the 7. Guys, we have the Highlander joining us now. Del Sim should be ready to roll here. Billy steps to the table with a nice position here. He can swing over to the right just a little bit with a stun draw, play the 5 in the corner, and then the 7 in the same pocket.
I tell you, that's a rare miss that you just witnessed by Jayson Shaw.
It is, but he was trying to force the cue to come all the way back for an easier shot in the 5. I can't believe the shot he made on the 3 was absolutely incredible. But a little unfortunate to get straight in on the 4, or very close to straight in, so he had to force it. He's just going to drift forward, accept the 8 in the short side position, so he'll play the 8 in the bottom left corner. Del, you want to say hello?
Good afternoon, guys. Just chilling out for a minute. Finish some lunch.
Just wanted to hear his accent before I
Highlander.
finish this rack.
How's everybody doing? Does
So
this make it 1-1? Did I miss the first round?
no, it's 2-1. Or 2-0. 2-0. Sorry, 2-0 in
2-0.
favor of Billy after this.
Okay. A little bit. I feel like there's a little bit of residual Mosconi angst in this one.
Yeah, Shane was the first one to dip, and Billy's trying to double dip.
Trying to double dip him.
Shaw, you know, the USA crew is doing quite well as far as being competitive worldwide now, and it's been a while, and I would like to think that Johan had a factor in that, you know, as their coach, and their work ethic has changed a bit from what it used to be.
You can see it in Billy's game, in Sky's game. You can see how all those guys, Tyler, they've all come, I think, a million miles under Johan.
Yeah, just a little shout out to Johan. Thanks for what you're doing for US pool.
Yeah, it's a shame he won't do it again. I don't think he'll do it next year, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there, but if he doesn't, guys are going to keep getting coaching from him from
Oh, yeah.
one-on-one basis.
This is it. Give a shout out to Jake. How you doing, Jake, buddy? Lights out. Double D on the next table there. It's good to see him still shooting strong.
What do you think he's going to do here?
Twist it. Again, low right.
Come through rails?
Come 3 rails. Oh, man. You see the
Power
hook?
draw, yep.
You see the hook on that?
Yeah, that was a nice way to get on this 3 in the side. I was thinking he might travel 3 rails and play the 3 in the lower left corner, but he played a little different route on me, and he's got the corner or the side. I think he's playing corner, actually.
Yeah, he should play the corner. It's just a straight in.
Yeah.
And then from here, he's a little bit straight on this because the 5 doesn't go in the side. So he's going to have to draw this to the center table. I don't think the 5 goes in the side.
I think he'll hit the long rail and come up towards the right side of the table, but be a little further on the 5 to make sure he doesn't get behind the 7 ball.
Yeah, just to make sure. And you can see, as we were saying about Johan, I just think Billy looks way more composed.
Oh, maybe it goes in the corner.
Does go in the corner.
That's a smart way to play that. I like that because it's easier to get to the 6 here. I think he had both options, but I like what he did there.
Yeah, this is it's a tough 5. No, is it 4 or 5 day event? This. So you've really got to be on your game for those.
Thursday,
5
Friday,
those 5
Saturday,
days.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's a big swing.
Yeah.
So you see the players that are left over. They really look. They take care of themselves. You can see Fortunski just up there as well.
Yeah, everyone's in good shape.
He's a beast of a guy.
Physically, mentally, emotionally. I think he's going to play the 8 in the side. I believe it's out a little further than it may look on the screen, but he should be able to just swing a little bit, stay slightly above the 8 so he can come down for the 9, but this is pretty natural.
You think he's going to bank it?
No.
No. Every time I watch Billy play, I'm like, bank it. Go on, just bank it for fun.
Yeah, he wanted a little angle. I'm not sure if he got straight. If he got straight, he'll play short side. But if he's got angle, he's going to stun to the left side. Yeah, he had angle. Good. So 3-0.
Yeah, he's making it look easy. I think he did the same to Jayson during the singles round matches. And I believe he was one of the guys that beat him.
Playing perfect pull so far. Now, he just adjusted to that carbon fiber shaft. Took him a little while, but he seems to be completely comfortable with it now. I'm going to do a quick shout out to Jacoby Custom Cues. They're my custom cue maker guys. Some of the finest cues I've ever seen. Kamui products, which is on the screen. Kamui chips, tips, and chalk. Amazing stuff. Obviously, Jake Lawson with Lights Out Apparel, great company. Glad to have them aboard on this. Dell and I both play out at Amsterdam Billiards, one of the finest rooms in New York City. We're very fortunate to be part of that room.
Yeah,
Chalky sticks.
Chalky sticks. My favorite guy in New York. After Al, obviously.
Yeah, everybody comes after you.
It looks like it's going to be dry.
That's what Shaw needed.
He did, but he didn't need this shot. I mean, playing this with inside and coming around 3 angles.
I think he's going to play for the 2-9 combination.
You fancy that, do you?
I do. I think he's going to go back and forth twice and get back to the side of the table. 1, 2.
3.
A little high. He's there.
I think that's all he could. That's the only angle he had. Otherwise, he's going to scratch. If he
I
tried
like
to
rail
play 3
first
rails.
with the 2 guys. I don't think he's going to go straight at it. I think he's going to go long rail first. It makes it a little easier to pot. That's how you play it, right, Del?
I don't like it from any angle.
Yeah.
I think he tried in between. He just finished in between that. But you were right. I think rail first because you control the 2 after that.
Yeah.
The 2 goes away from the cue ball.
Yeah, you get a little built-in safety there. It looks like the 2-8 lined up nicely for Billy. This is a good roll for Billy. Good roll for Billy that Shaw had to play a 2-9 combination, awkward 2-9 combination.
Yeah, this is a straight end. He can use the 3 to hold as well.
Yeah, you can clip off it and come up a little bit too. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Push the 3 down. 4 ball on the side after the 3, 5, 6, 7. This is juicy for Billy.
Shaw needs to tighten up. He's not. I don't know if that last loss is still fresh in his mind, but he can't afford to go 3 or 4 down against Billy because Billy he'll punish.
Well, when you have a good match, even if you lose, but it's a tough match, it does wear on your focus a little bit, if any guys dealt with this more than most, it would be the 2 guys at the table. They've come back from strong deficits and stay focused for long periods.
Yeah, I've got to say, once you've been in that pressure cauldron that is the Mosconi Cup, I don't think anything can compare to it. So when you're at a tournament like this, you really see your natural stroke come out. And it's a beautiful venue. I know we've said it time and again, but I love the way the tables are set up here.
I love everything about this tournament.
It runs this program. It runs on schedule. There's
no flukes, no surprises.
no. Even though I do love a good jump shot.
The lights did go out a little bit here. They had a pretty strong storm, and I think they had to use the generator, so the lights went out for a minute on the day before.
That was Double D's fault for that shirt he's wearing.
Yeah, lights out. Yep. But it was a little interesting there for Wednesday night. I think they had a massive storm come through, and the generators kicked in and kept the lights up.
Highlander causing a storm.
Yeah. Shocker.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I'll throw it in there, and
So we're gonna see a pretty strong lead here from Billy. He's just gonna stun down to the rail, to the short rail here. He had a nice shape on the 9. And another rack, easy rack, made easy by Billy. He didn't make it difficult. Nice clean out. And we're jumping to a 4-0 lead from Billy.
yeah, this is it. So like I say, Jayson just needs to hope for a dry break.
And a quick mention about Amsterdam Billiards. I mentioned earlier, they're going to have Efren Reyes and Mika Immonen doing a live exhibition match January 17th in the room. Dell and I will be providing commentary for that. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't know who'll be streaming it yet, or whether it's going to be in-house or...
I think it's going to be Rad again.
It's going
Radimus.
to be Rad?
Yep.
So Rad's going to be doing that, and it'd be good to see all our guys down there. Pascal, Chuck Ali. They got the playoffs going down there for straight pool right now, if you guys are interested. It's always good to go down on a Monday night.
Yeah, you can check out Sean's Facebook page to see that. Looks like Billy's playing the 7 in the lower left.
Missed
And
it.
it just jarred, and he
Just
barely
jarred.
missed the one. He was playing both balls.
This is Shaw. I think that's a little bit of gamesmanship by Shaw, offsetting the 7 maybe.
Yeah, you can see the 9 actually drifted down a hair, which means that it wasn't a perfect rack. It was probably a good rack, you know, but whenever that 9 moves, there's a little bit of a little gap somewhere.
Billy has been checking the rack though, so he obviously saw a gap
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he thought he could take advantage of.
Yeah, it's at this stage it's going to be impossible to have a perfect rack, guys. But most guys can accept quite a few racks, and both Shaw and Billy know how to deal with the gaps and how to break with those gaps. And as you can see, Billy just missed it by a hair. If he cut it a sliver more, probably would have went. So
Jay needs a nice 3-pack now to get back in this.
he does.
He's more than capable of it, and I think he needs to find his rhythm.
Yeah, this is a little awkward though. He might have to use it inside and hit the long rail, short rail, long rail back, or he's going to drift over and accept the 4 in the lower right corner. I think he just aimed like he's drifting over and accepting the 4 in the lower left corner.
Lower left, yeah. That's definitely the way to go.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't end up frozen on the rail. Nice speed there.
Perfect.
Quite perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, nothing wrong with this. 5 to the 6 wins the rack now.
Yeah, that 4 ball was really critical, but the 5 is
He just has to come out center table, just float down one rail, go forward. He may even use spin because he loves to use draw. Just draw it out to the side rail, and then over again. Nice bit of left English just to twist it up.
yeah, he's a little far from this ball, but he's expected to make it.
Is a ball ever far enough away for Jayson?
No, but if he were up 4-0, this would be a lot easier.
That's a hanger. It's a
Yeah,
hanger.
it's a hanger, but still missable by mortal humans, you know.
Yeah, he couldn't. I mean, he needed to get a point on the board just for his own sanity, I think.
Looks like we're going to be at 4-1 in favor of Billy. If you guys are just checking in, Billy's the one in the red, and Jason's the one in the blue. This is a race to 9 guys. Winner break from the box. 1 ball on the spot.
I believe we have, yeah, so we're waiting on, is it Alex and Shane that's in the hot seat now?
I'm not sure.
I think Kazakis he came to see me at the bar. Said, I'm in the hot seat. So I guess that's right.
Yeah, so that sounds accurate.
That
Yeah.
sounds accurate, right?
Sounds like
that was my Greek accent,
you got
by
the intel.
I got the Greek down.
Alex has been working out every night in the gym. Little insider there, making sure he's fit for the matches.
Well, he's one of the few that has he has a fitness coach back in Greece that deals with physical strength and mental strength as well. So these pool players, they don't just practice the game; it's the all-around part of that.
Yeah, he told me Annie was his coach here, so she's been
She's always
forced
the
him to
boss,
work
mate.
out.
Yeah, whenever you got in there, she's the boss.
I think he can get to the short rail here. If he can, this is easier than it looks.
You
If
think
he
he's
can't,
going to go 3 rails, or just roll it behind? Yeah, roll it behind. Ooh, that
still a
just
good shot.
clipped in though, didn't it?
still a good shot there. That was a little tougher than it looked, guys.
So he's not really forcing anything right now, is he? It's
No,
I
he's
feel
accepting
like
a little tougher
he's yeah,
positions.
he's accepting the longer shot just to stay in shape rather than trying to force that around the angle. Once he makes this though, there should be a routine out. And this is a 3-pack we were talking about.
Yeah, this is exactly what he needs. 4 to the 5 is very natural. He'll try to stay on the left side of the table, favoring the 7 as opposed to the 6, because then he can swing underneath to get position on the 6.
Yeah, so Billy's had no heat, and when you've got no heat, you free stroke, and that's the reason the scoreline is.
Yeah, you see
what
how
it
it's
is.
straight? This is tough. So he's going to accept another long shot, play a stop shot.
I think you can cheat this a little and come behind. See where he's just brushing the table there? That's where he wants the cue ball to hit. And he
Yeah.
wants to come back around the 6.
I wouldn't be surprised if he accepts the 6 in the upper right corner, but let's we'll know here in a sec here.
It looks like he's drawing down on it. I think you're right. He's just going to stop it dead.
Yep. That's
Straighter than it looked.
that's experience. You know, he's like Del said earlier, he's accepting a little tougher shots for maintaining control of the cue ball. Obviously, a stop ball is the most control you can have on a cue. You know exactly where it's going to be next, so
100%.
smart decision there. He can either Z across for the 8 ball, or he can stun across. He's chosen a Z.
See, people don't know this, but Jayson was actually a very gifted snooker player as a kid. You know, growing up and playing a lot of English pool. Someone just said there he drags his cue around like a snooker player. That's because he's a very, very talented snooker player as well. And hence where he gets his nickname Eagle Eye from.
Yeah, I like low outside there, and he chose to use top inside. The problem with his decision is it left him on the rail. Maybe he slightly mishit it and was intending to stun it more, but
Yeah.
I think the other way there's no possibility of getting frozen. Maybe he thought he might jar it, trying to force it too much, but good out nonetheless. Getting back, definitely stopped the bleeding and started to put a couple of his own wounds
Yeah.
in Billy there. We're looking at 4-2 guys, and a nice play by both players.
Yeah. Again, yeah, I have a funny story about Jayson. Someone bet him $100 to use any cue in the snooker hall. They said I get to choose a cue. They gave him some beat up broomstick, and he run 100 balls with it. So you just got to say it's not. Sometimes it's not the equipment. It's just what you're capable of.
He does play with fine equipment, though. He's very happy with his cues and how they're performing.
Yeah, with Perry, it's very hard to make a switch. You know, he was with Mucci for a long time. He'd obviously used Predator before that, and now he's obviously with Perry cues, and they're bringing out a fantastic line of cues as well.
There's so many quality cue makers these days. I know you're with Obi. They've taken care of you and make fine equipment. I'm with Jacoby. They make fine equipment. The quality of the people, along with these great cues, is pretty astounding. Oh, that's going to cost him.
That's a big cost, yeah. So Billy now just needs to take back the initiative.
Huge error there on
Tried to
Shaw's part.
soft break it, right?
Yeah.
Felt like a soft break.
To lose the cue forward, though, is a big no-no.
That shows that he just decelerated. He decelerated on the way through of the break. That's what caused the cue ball to go forward.
So with the deceleration, didn't keep the spin on the ball, which caused the end result unfavorable.
Especially when you're soft breaking, which apparently you're not allowed to do.
The soft break is a little,
It's a touchy subject, right?
yeah, it's
Nice shot by Billy.
little up to the tournament director, and what a soft break is more like the Corey soft break is really what they're saying. They're saying you can hit it medium soft, but not soft.
Do you think Billy can hit this soft enough to hold for the 3 in the top right? Or do you think he's going to have to come off the rail?
It looks like he can hold it based on
he
where
can
he's
hold it,
standing. I think he can. I think that's the right play. He could also try to draw up by the 6 and out, but it's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, he did. So he put like a little bit of draw stroke on that just to hold it up a bit.
Yeah, it's almost like a drag draw, right?
Like a drag draw, yeah.
So drag draw is where you actually put draw on the cue. By the time it gets to the object ball, it turns into a soft follow. And that helps kill the cue ball so you don't have as much energy on it.
Perfect. And like I say, he really needs to capitalize and get that lead back.
He didn't really want to be jacked up over the 7. I think he's got enough queuing room, but...
Yeah, he can cue behind this, that's fine.
Do you follow forward and take the 5 in the upper left corner, or
I'll
do
go
you
in the
play
side.
for the side?
Play for the side.
I play for the corner myself. Let's see what Billy chooses.
I think he'll play when he's...
Yeah, he played for the corner. He had both options there.
Europeans would have played to the side there.
USA.
USA. Yeah,
Sorry.
there
Got a little Moscone Cup in me here.
2-0, man. 2-0.
Sexy pool. Sexy pool. It was fun times, guys. You guys got to check that out. It's a big event. They're really doing good things for pool. I really hope that it continues to be more and more successful. He's just going to fall between the 7 and the 9 here softly. May not even get to a rail.
Yeah, just
I like that.
hold the table there. He didn't need to do too much. Some people would overplay that to the rail and back out, but he wanted to control, stay in the lower side of the 6.
Well, the softer you can hit the balls, the more likely they are to accept the pocket if you slightly mishit it. So there's a lot of benefits to choosing the softer route as opposed to the firm play.
Yeah, Billy's looking way more composed at the table right now.
Nice little stop shot here. Now the proper angle on the 8. He'll come straight to the middle where the cue ball is now. A little bit of low left. Maybe just straight left.
Oh, Sierra asking for double hill already. That is an early. I mean, your Christmas is just gone. You can't have another present.
So Billy chose to go to the short rail. I like that play too. Instead of just drifting to the middle, he saw he had a little more angle, so he chose to let the cue ball go a little bit to the middle and back out.
That's a nice power. It's a confident stroke too. It tells your opponent that you're well in there. And little shout out to my buddy Angel over. I think he's tuned in from Goodfellas Billiards, Long Island.
Yeah, another shout out for Azala Botanicals. Some good stuff, guys. If you guys are interested in that, please look that up on the website, Azala Botanicals. Also, narcoleptic chalk holders. It's a 3D printed chalk holder, magnetic. Al, you got something?
Yeah, I got Adam Lynn. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Also,
Great.
Bruce Pence. Thank you for your donation. Eric Carrascos. Thank you, Eric, so much.
Eric.
Yes.
Amsterdam manager.
And Lloyd Burmeister. Thank you for your donation. Thank you, everybody.
We got a question, one for me and you, Mike, right? So they're saying, I see all these guys using an extension on the butt end of the cue. Do they take the weight bolt out of their cue, or do they leave it in knowing it'll add 3 ounces?
Well, you're a guy that plays with the extension. Now, I've talked to a lot of guys with the extension. Most of the guys leave the weight in to change the balance. It actually makes it act, I'll say, where the cue has a little more force to it without any muscles from your arm.
I think that's why Jayson gets so much action on the cue ball, and people don't realize that, is that he's got that extra weight on the end that's pushing the cue ball through. This is a nice shot. Needs it to hold up. Oof. And now it's a jump shot. Or a kick shot. But I agree with you. I don't take the weight ball out. I don't adjust it at all. I just I use an extension that's weighted to how I like it. So could be 4 inches, could be 6 inches, could be a 2-inch extension. It just adds that little bit of weight to the end.
Yeah, it's also a little bit of an arrow type thought process. The longer the arrow is, the more accurate it is over distance.
Wow, look at this.
And you know, this rack probably should have had a little bit of talk about it. There were quite a few difficulties in this rack, and Billy tried to attack the 3, I think it was 7 combination, played a good combination and just lost the 3 behind the 9 ball. Had to kick at it, almost got lucky. If this 5-6 isn't wire, which it isn't, he's going to play short side straight pull like position there for this 5 ball in the same pocket as the 4 or 1 pocket position.
Let's see if he disturbs it. I don't know if Al can do camera 4 or not.
I think he's just, ooh.
Oh, he missed it completely.
And he hit it thick.
You know what that is? That's switching your eyes to the track of the cue ball. He was looking where the cue ball was going and not looking at the pot.
Right.
And look where the cue ball finished perfect, but sometimes you take your eye off the pot and he just completely missed it.
Right.
What do you call it? What do you call pot again? Sorry, I know I use pot a lot. Pocket. He took his eye off the pocket. There you go.
Or off the ball in this case, off the 4 ball. But
yeah, massively. Got
also,
lucky though.
If he had hit the 4 ball correctly, it would have been a hair higher, which actually would have been easier for him to make the 5 and get position. Seen some of the audience members there.
What a fine-looking bunch they are. This is the hardcore. Free to enter. A lot of people staying at the hotel.
A lot of gamblers checking out the matches.
See, Jay's not on his game. He would not normally miss that. But look at the cue ball again. He was perfect on the
5.
On the 5 there, yeah. So that tells us it's definitely not a straight in.
Oh well, the 5-6 is out of the question. A no go. So
Billy's going to have to see if he can get back down for this. He may just play it safe, unless he can twist this and bring the cue ball back to where it is.
Yeah, I like this.
Wow, look at that shot. That is exactly where you want to be. And he's slightly off the rail, so he can elevate now.
Yeah, he might actually be straight. And if he is, it's a little unfortunate.
If he's straight, that's what I mean. He's just going to elevate the cue and try and pop this out to the center of the table. perfect.
Good shot.
Yeah, just to control the cue ball.
Yeah, that was missable, guys. Anytime you jack up, if you hit the cue, if you cue slightly off center, then you get a masse and you miss the shot. So it's perfect cueing by Billy.
Yeah, again, it's unlike Shaw to miss that way.
I don't like what he did here. He brought the 9 into play.
Wow, look at that.
And
what a roll.
Not sure if he needed to travel so far. That was one of those cases where Billy has been taking the shorter route, sort of holding the cue ball, and in this case he let the cue ball go, thinking that he'd had the side pocket, but I kind of think he could have played out to the middle of the table and played the 8 in the lower right corner.
That could have been a bit of adrenaline as well, but a lot of the amateurs that watching, see, the pros make mistakes at every level too. And that was just a little bit too much adrenaline. And is he going to get away with it? I think
no. No, he's not.
So Jayson there will be licking his lips saying, wow, I'm back at the table and I've managed to sneak one.
Yeah, he missed
there's
3 times.
There's not going to be any more, no more freebies from Billy, I don't believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shaw missed 3 times that rack, right?
Yeah, 3 times in open play.
Yeah, that's
unlike him.
Super uncharacteristic of Shaw.
Does he take a break? Does he have a little moment to himself at this point? Does he say just to refocus, reset? Or do you think he just wants it over? He wants it.
I think he just wants to. He's got the momentum on his side. He wants to hold it because Billy didn't close out when he should have.
Yeah, but do you make your opponent sit and sweat on that one for a while and say, "Wow, how the hell did I miss that shape so bad?"
I hear you. I hear you. Guys, a quick shout out to my friends from the Maryland area, Baltimore City Cues. They are here in the booth. They provide a lot of things in the Maryland area and currently are selling stuff here at Turning Stone. If anyone's interested, please stop by their lovely booth. And also another shout out to Let's Go Print NYC. If you guys have any printing you want done on shirts or things of that nature, Let's Go Print NYC is your place to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Shaw really inspecting the rack now. After that last scratch he had, he'll be inspecting this a lot harder than he has done.
I think that was on him rather than the rack in that case because he lost the cue ball. But
it's mindset. It's mindset for him. He'll think that there was something wrong that caused it, whereas me and you might think something completely different. So I do believe that he's a study of the rack. You know, he's one of these that spent time with Mike DeShane. He spent time with Earl. He spent time with Brumback. You know, there's a lot of things here that I think he's learned over the short time he's been in the States.
No question that the knowledge is there with Shaw, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you just check in where the gaps are. I'd highly recommend anyone to get, you know, if there's an instructor out there that offers break training.
Joe Tucker.
Joe Tucker, there he is. I knew you, Joe.
Joe Tucker's the guy. Helped all of us, and you know, changed 9-ball forever when he put out that Racking Secrets DVD.
Yeah. You see, he's moved slightly in. Have you noticed that? He's just slightly inside the box, and he found it perfectly.
Yeah,
but
this is
didn't control the 1-ball adequately.
This is not ideal. So I actually hit this one the other way with a draw stroke, and it widens the one out. Now he's going to play the 1 safety as opposed to the cue ball safety. I like using the cue. He likes using the 1 here.
Oh, just got a nudge. I didn't think he wanted that nudge, but
he's
still
all right.
got full ball.
He did a little wave to Billy to apologize because he know he got away with a little something hitting the 2, but Billy's got a 2-railer or 1-railer at the 5, at the 1-5 combo or 1-5 hit, you know.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could also jump it, but I don't see any good result coming off that. There's a scratch off the 5. There's not much positive that can happen from it.
So 2-rail kick. I mean, he could make it in the side pocket here.
Yeah, he could safe him behind the 8, 7, and 2. There's a lot of good things going to 2-rail. I think that's the right play.
Yeah, he tried that. I mean, he's going to go through the gap and sell out, but it was the right play. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, a lot of good things could happen. He got the one bad thing that could, you know. I shouldn't say one bad thing. There were tons of bad things that could go there, but he got a little unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a nice shot coming the other side of it rather than trying to hold for the 2 in the opposite bag.
Yeah, let's see if Jayson doesn't turn it up. He's had more opportunities than I'm sure he's expected, so he's a guy that usually pounces on his opponent when he senses a little weakness. And
that was nice. And I feel like, you know, when you see him put an aggressive stroke on, that's when he knows, like, he can play better. Doesn't want to be straight.
He's going to get underneath, which is ideal.
Doesn't want to be straight. You can put left on this. This is fine.
Yeah, he can swing. He's going to sort of Z pattern towards the 9 ball for the 5. And if he... Yeah, I think that's what he's got.
Yeah, give us a like and a share, guys. We're up at 1.9 here for this B-side match. See if we can get ourselves over 2,000 for Al.
Yeah.
Oh, Indonesia just joining us in the booth as well. Putting his camera down for a minute.
1.9 million views already?
1.9 million, that's right. $1 million. I wonder what the Verona score is.
Good speed control. AZ Billiards guys will show you what the Uranus school is, or score is. School. the school of Uranus.
Yeah, I don't know if he's put on a clinic. I haven't been watching too closely.
No, I haven't either. He's racking, so that's probably wrong timing for that.
He's always at the business end of tournaments, man. The guy's a beast.
Oh, that's for sure.
Part of Roy's basement, part of Lights Out Billiards. Very good player to watch.
Jayson's making quick work of this.
He needed to. I mean, Jayson plays better when he flows for me. I don't see him as like a stop-start player, like a Jeremy Sosi, perhaps.
Right, guys. Current score is 5-4 in favor of Billy Thorpe, who's at the table racking. Jayson Shaw is the one in the blue who you just saw shooting.
I think unforced errors. Jason's definitely in the higher figure, but Billy's errors have cost him more so than what Jason's have.
For
If you'd
sure.
agree with
Yep.
that. Being at 5-4 rather than Billy could be up 7-2 right now.
Got Erwin in the house doing some camera work for us. Not for us, but for pool in general.
Those guys on the sidelines, they're not referees per se. If somebody wants a ref, they can call him over. But he's also there to watch the scores and report the scores back too. If someone has a question, can't see them. That's how AZ Billiards are getting their scores. If they can't see them from where they are up in the stand.
We'll do a quick shout out to our lovely ladies that are hanging in the stands watching.
Oh, they're back.
Little
I thought
love.
she was at the bar. Says, how can I send her back for another beer?
Gonna have to text her.
I'll just do the international sign for beer.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Right, so I believe he's playing the 8 ball. If he hits it square, he'll put the 1 towards the upper right corner. If he does a cut break, then he'll cross over more.
Do you see that? Nothing looked tight there. The 1 ball jumped off the top of the pack. You see that? I know we can't get an instant replay. I wish we could replay that. But all the balls jumped,
Well,
which kind of means that they weren't. To me, that means they weren't tight.
Well, you can see the 9 moved. A number 1 rule of thumb for anyone playing 9
Mine
ball.
went low.
If the 9 drifts down, then there's a gap somewhere around the 9, and that usually gets a little hard to judge. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter because if you've watched Joe Tucker's DVDs, he gives you a lot of ways to deal with the various gaps and how to break with those issues. Now, obviously, this is a different scenario because he didn't get a good result. So
It's a good question, Alex. But you can ask them to re-rack it, but you can't touch the rack yourself, and you can't roll the 1 ball. You can't like
It's a
touch
good
the
shot
1
by
ball onto
Billy.
there. That was a great shot. He was in
Nice
perfect
touch.
line, wasn't he? Perfect line. I mean, the hardest shot for me now is just going to be getting from the 7 to the 8, maybe. I don't know. Even then, that's not difficult.
he might even be able to push the 8 up a little bit with the 6. You know, if he can get underneath the 8, he can go into underneath the 6, he can go into the 8, and then have the 7 and 8 be an even easier. I think the 4 to the 5 is really the most challenging thing.
It is now. He's gonna have to put a draw stroke on this.
He's gonna have to put a Billy stroke on this shot.
Yeah.
I like playing this in the upper right corner and coming back and forth with draw, but
Yeah, that's because your eyes go opposite directions. Wow. Putting that into a blind pocket.
yeah, I like that shot.
I mean, Billy's just going
He's
to play
probably
low
gonna take the thicker angle with the low right instead.
and just drift to the center of the table. Guarantee a shot. And he's making it slightly harder, but he's guaranteed himself a shot, which is all you can really ask for at that point.
Yeah, for some reason that blind pocket shot I actually like a lot. I guess it's my straight pull background, but I can see why he would choose this little longer shot on the 5, and it's a high percentage, especially for Billy.
Good shot.
Good 2-rail. That's the right way to play that. You definitely want to go to the other short rail and
Doesn't
come
want
back
to be
up.
straight. If he's straight in, then that's tough.
If it's straight in, he's got to draw back to the center and sort of accept a pretty thin cut on the 7 so he can go 3 rails to the 8. I think that's what he's got. I think he's got to draw back to the center here.
Yeah, come right back out center table, and then like I say, that 7, the 7 to the 8 becomes tough if he leaves angle. He doesn't want to avoid. Well, he wants to avoid the scratch.
Yeah, this is good angle. He'll swing 3 rails. He'll put the 8 in the same pocket, I believe.
You think 3, or do you think the Z shot back and across?
I like the 3 rail here, but both are possible. He looks like he might even be accepting the 8 down in the lower left corner,
I
which
think playing this with inside makes a shot that much harder. I think playing it with low left makes it easier. But I think he's
Yeah,
going
I like
with yours.
inside here.
I think he's going inside.
this is one of my favorite shots. So I think a lot of the American players like to play with inside there.
He played it plain ball.
He played it flat and just accepted it up in the lower left corner. That was his other option. Now this is actually a little squirrely.
We're up over 2,000 viewers. Look at that. Boom.
The cue ball is drifting right towards the 9 ball with a follow shot here, so he may have to spin this with inside.
I like to go across. I like to go across the 9 ball.
Or
so just
clip it, you know.
He can go
He
the
may
other,
play to hit it.
other side of the 9.
It's kind of close, but he's got to do a sunfall. You see how he's going towards the 9?
Oof. Spin. Great
Yeah.
call.
That was a good shot there. He was able to avoid the 9 and get perfect shape. That wasn't easy, guys. That was a super strong shot. Similar to his position on the 5 ball where he just clipped the other ball down.
There we go.
Quality run out by
6 to
by
4
Billy.
is that?
Yeah, it is going to be 6 to 4, guys, in favor of Billy.
Stretches out that 2 rack advantage again. I'm sure it'd have leveled up there. This was anybody's game, but Billy stays in command now with that rack.
We're seeing world-class pull, guys.
That was a great shot on the 8 board to get underneath the 9 from there.
Just great shots all around. Accepting the 8, you know, was a smart decision. I would have liked the inside English, the 3 rail play, and I feel very good about that shot. But
you kind of you're still risking the scratch, aren't you? That's why I played it plain ball, because it was halfway between. I think.
Right.
He could have, you know, if he wasn't going to go forward, he was going to come back, and the side pocket and the corner pocket were both looming large.
Well, so Billy's checking the rack now.
Has he made a bank yet?
He is not.
I don't want to commentate on a match that's bankless from Billy Thorpe. I can't do it. Let's have a look at this break. So he's trying to make the 6 ball.
He's breaking from the other side. This is the first time he's broken from the right side as we're looking at the table. And it went high, but he was able to make the 1 on the side.
Yeah, the 6 went nowhere near.
Yeah, he might have just played all 1 ball.
Do you think he played the cut break on purpose?
I think if the top 3 balls are locked, but you have gaps further down the rack, sometimes it's just safer to play the 1 ball. You know, if you know you can make the 1 ball, then you play the 1 and you sort of accept where the 2 ball goes.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is very tricky. He's going to stun between the 4 and the 6 and try to go and attack the 5 ball, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to try and cut this in the side and come 1 rail back.
Oh, he's
towards
going corner.
3. Here we go. I called it.
Go. There you
There's
go.
my bank.
There's your bank.
I asked for the 1. I asked for the. Did he hear me? Oh my God. We're a bit close to the table, but I hope he did.
Nah.
What a shot that is! I mean, having that ability sometimes, having that knowledge to play that shot.
Oh yeah.
Is ridiculous for me. Europeans don't do it enough.
There was
They'd have cut that ball in with check hand side.
I would have cut it in. You know, I'm not as strong a banker as Billy by any stretch of the imagination, but a very creative shot too. You know, one of the benefits of seeing this caliber of play is sometimes you learn something. Even, you know, Shaw might not have played it that way. That's a different way to play that shot. But he's got a nice 4-9 combination, and he can play the cue ball behind the 5-8 should he choose to play a built-in safety.
It's a good 2-way shot here. Like you said,
top, a little bit of outside.
You can be aggressive here and leave the cue ball and the 4 highly separated.
You could also put it behind the 6.
Yeah, you see the cue ball there, guys? Look at that distance. So had he missed the 9 ball, he made the 4 unplayable for sure.
Yep.
There's a good lesson there. But what a bank shot. What a bank shot. Now he's gone 3 up again. He's created that 3-4 swing.
Advantage for Billy USA Thorpe.
He's a beast, you're right. What a beast. Shaw's got to be wondering what he has to do to claw his way back now. The break is everything. See how important this break is now. The guy's really inspecting it. I think that's why I think you were right. I think Billy switched to that side so he could put low left and cut the one ball.
Yeah, he played all one ball that last rack.
Yeah, because the wing ball on the corner was nowhere near.
What's odd about this is that
He's going for it
Shaw
again.
is putting the 2 ball on the back, which means it's going to be up table, which means it's going to be easily playable if he does play the 1 on the side. So that's a little bit of a racking.
Yeah, that one's no good. You see how he got into that? He slid. I think he misjudged it because he slid right off the pack.
Yeah, he overcut it. I'm sure he overcut it or didn't put enough draw. One
He
of the
did.
two.
I think you're right. He did overcut it, and that's what caused the cue ball to come low.
He's got a push out here. I don't see him jumping this ball.
No, it's a push out. It's definitely a push out because Jayson's not on all cylinders right now. I don't know whether it's just because he's tired or whether because he's mentally drained. It's been, like I say, a long tournament. But Billy's just putting the heat on him left and right. So I don't think he should take his foot off his throat at all. And try and keep him in his chair as long as he can.
Notice Billy froze the cue ball on the rail. If he didn't tie up a ball, he said, okay, I'll let you shoot at the 1. But you're going to play it frozen to the back rail, and you're going to cut it in the side, and you're going to lose the cue for the 2.
Shaw might give it back, you know. No,
I don't think he can afford to right now. He's got safety options. He's got
push him
yeah,
behind.
he's going to safety behind the 3, the 6, and the 4.
That was a nice shot.
Smart shot. Billy's going to have an easy kick, and he could safe him behind those same balls, holding the cue behind. Now, I use a follow shot on this kick shot to stop the progress of the cue ball. He's got a good chance to leave him behind the 4 and the 6 especially.
If there's one person I like playing from behind, it's Jayson.
Well,
and he will never give up on this.
I like playing from behind. Okay, hit that a little thin.
This goes. There's a gap for this 1 ball.
He hit that a little thin, and I believe he sold out to a guy like Jayson. Now, if Jayson plays his standard game, this 1 ball is going in, he's going to have shape on the 2, and the rest of the rack is pretty simple. The 2 to the 3, 3 leads to the 4 nicely in the side.
See his body language though? He's shaking his head. He's despondent.
Probably going to hit the 5 then. No, he should be able to miss the 5 here.
He's putting inside English on this, so this makes the shot a little bit harder. Probably the reason he missed it. He played it with inside.
Yeah, he 1-stroked that though. I mean, I know Jayson's a quick shooter, but I feel like he didn't spend any time on that ball at all.
Yeah, it's kind of said what about his body language. He's a little bit despondent, and I think he's perhaps a little bit upset the way the match is going.
Yeah,
but champions don't quit.
He's very much still in this match. You know, 7-4.
It's a huge one. This one is this game for me. This rack is huge. If he loses it, he loses the match. If he wins it, he's still in it. And Billy really needs to, like I say, tighten the screw on him. And playing that type of shot isn't going to do it.
Well, he didn't sell out though. I think Jayson's got to put the 1 over by the 3rd diamond and put the cue by the 5. What do you see here, Delt?
I like the up and down, personally. I see Fred and Josephine on the corner there. Yeah, he's putting him behind the 5. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Yeah, now that's the one that really gets you settled and back in.
He played my shot with a little more pace and made sure he got him behind the 5. That was all cue ball. Essentially played the same shot, but focused on just the cue ball, not the 1 ball. Good shot, great shot by Shaw. And Billy's got to.
Yeah, Billy's got
to get lucky here.
This is a tough kick. I'd rather go this way, the way that he's lining up now. More opportunity to hit this 1 rail than anything else.
He's got to get a good roll if he is to win from here.
He could make it too, you know.
Yeah, it's a good roll.
See it slide off the rail.
Yeah,
Or didn't it count for
New
the
cloth
slide?
got him.
Yeah, you have to play a little bit shorter because he was using left-hand spin on that as well. So because he was using left, New Cloth took it a lot longer than he wanted.
Big shout out to Bayshore Billiards tuned in out there on Long Island.
Mikey Casamasima, Coach Casamasima. 80 years of knowledge in that man right there. See Double D just scratching on the other table. What a monster break that was. It made 4 balls and scratched the cue ball. See what Jayson can do. He's going to accept. Oh man, that's a bad roll as well. I mean, he tried to hold on the 5 for the 4 in the side. And sometimes, you know, that's just the way that his game's going right now. He's not getting any roll.
Yeah, he's got a kick at it.
He might jump this, you know.
Awkward angle.
Has he got his jump cue? Yeah, he's going to jump it with his break stick. And he's pretty good at these. He's going to try and play the jump bank. So this is a two-way shot. Oh my God, he made it. Oh, damn. I thought it was jump banking that, and he cut it in the side.
Great shot by...
You've got to remember, that's with his full cue from less than a foot away from the object ball, and he made it and controlled the cue ball. That's some touch.
Yeah, do you let the cue ball go here? And
no, you'll just play it center of the table.
So lots of right English and kill it?
Or if you're Jayson Shaw,
I let it go.
If you're Jayson Shaw, you just think, you know what, I need to get my feel back.
It, you know.
Yeah, but he played that with so much inside. It was very fortunate to hit the 9 and finish that way. This is where, see Jayson, he's mad. I can tell like he's mad. It's like you get that little bit of adrenaline.
This is awkward angle. He's got to work for this.
This is a perfect angle for Jayson. He loves this type of shot.
Perfect angle.
Nobody plays that shot better.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, for me and you, we'd think about that one for a couple of minutes. Do I go forward? Do I go back?
Is it going to deflect? Is it going to swerve? How hard do I need to hit it? Where do I need to change my aim point?
Yeah,
Okay.
get down, bang it in. Bob's your uncle.
Well, that was a huge rack for Jayson, no doubt. Making it 6-7-5. Jayson's completely in this match. A 4-pack is well within his kill zone, and Billy needs 2 well within his kill zone. There should be no more errors for the winner.
Sometimes a jump shot like that really injects a bit of like fuel into you, and you feel the crowd respond to you. And I think this is what Jayson really fires off. If it's too stagnant for him, you can see he labours around the table. But now you might see a bit of fire in his eyes.
A little pep in his step.
Oh, is that what it is? A little pepper? Pepper in a stepper? I don't know if anyone agrees with me.
Little pepper in the stepper. All right, so he's probably playing the 7 or he's playing the 1 on the side. 7 went straight in, and the 9 ball didn't move. That's the best rack that he could have asked for.
He needs the 1 to leak out, and it did. The 1 came nicely over the side pocket there.
That was a very good rack and a very good break.
It's going to leave a long 2, though.
Yeah, I wonder if he can... Nah.
I don't like punching this with inside to come 2 rails. I just think he's going to accept the long 2.
Yeah, he's got to be on the left side of the table as we're looking to make sure that he can get back for the 3. So he's probably going to slow roll this.
Yeah, just accept it. I mean, the straighter the better, really. You can just draw this back.
This is good, but this is tough.
Oh, yeah. It's like double D's back at the table after that scratch.
He's good. He's got to draw this past the 3, so he wants to be underneath the 3 so he can Z back up for the 4.
Makes him come. Yeah, that's a nice controlled stroke.
Well,
we can go forward 2 here, you know.
Yeah, he's got to go between the 6 and the 8 and spin 3 rails.
No,
he's got 1 rail. He's got a 1 rail now.
I like 2 rails. A little bit of high right.
Yeah,
just use that second rail.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought he had to go between the 6-8, but he doesn't have that angle. He's very thick on this.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. Just use that second rail to come down. He's in perfect shape. This is an important shot. He wants to come to the
slightly underneath it.
The 8-ball side of the 6. So
yeah, so he needs to stay slightly underneath it and do another Z pattern, favoring the 3rd diamond by the side to go straight into the 6.
Stay a little bit low. Well, he's gone high. That sprung up, but I still think he's all right. I still think he can swing this off 2 rails. It's just slightly harder now because he doesn't have as much angle.
Yeah, he's got to do like a stun follow. And force it to miss the 9.
Been watching the snooker, mate. Stun follows.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, use the weight of the cue ball there to get it up and down. That was a lovely shot.
Yeah, it's actually a great shot.
Very hard to control.
He's looking good here. And he's going to Z back towards the 2nd or 3rd diamond here. I like the 3rd diamond. But if he hits the 2nd diamond, he's still good.
Yeah, I'm with the guys in the chat. I'd love to see Jayson stage a comeback. And I told you, he's playing with a little bit more aggression. He's playing a little bit faster pace. He's not second guessing himself, and that's when he plays his A game.
Absolutely.
And Billy's put him under the gun, and he's really managed to turn up the heat on Jayson. You can see it in his game.
I want to give a big shout out to Billy Thorpe Sr. Thank you for your donation. He says, "Thank you, Al. You're the best." Bill and Amanda Thorpe. Thank you.
Oh, that's a nice touch by the parents.
Thank you to Raymond Lee. Thanks as always for the streaming out. Back to the box with these two pros. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more. I'm sorry. Oh, I did this one, but I'll do it again. So sweet, I'll do it twice. Lloyd Burmeister. Thank you.
I think the USA is going to see a long heritage now with that quartet of Shane, Sky, Billy, and Tyler. I think that the rest of the USA players are really going to have to find a way to step it up to stay with them in that quartet. Who else would you put in there? Bergman or?
I'd put Sosi in there in a minute.
You'd so say, yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeremy's one of the most underrated players.
I think he's one of the most hard. Oh wow, look at that! He got a kick scratch. He was controlling that cue ball perfectly there, and it got kicked in.
Right.
That was brutal. Sorry to, yeah, but
No.
Sosei is definitely the.
Sosi's he's a phenomenal player, and he's very underrated, and I've seen him just play more and more consistent throughout the years. He's also a good guy, someone that you would want to see progress in this game.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, he needs to do it in the next couple of years because, like I say, I do think that the young guns here and the people that are coming up are becoming more and more seasoned as every year goes by. That there's older players, like Dennis, Johnny, Corey. They're in the twilight, I would say, although very capable still. There's an opportunity for someone like Sosei or Bergman to come through on the ranks, I believe. Push Shane off the top.
Yeah, there's
Shane's
going to
been
be a
at the
lot
top
of
for so
guys. There's
long.
going to be a lot of guys trying to fight for that position, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see someone that we're not expecting to be in that position soon.
Yeah, very true, mate. I guess I'll give a shout out to my guys in the UK. Thanks for tuning in on this lovely Sunday. I know you're 5 hours in front. Pigeon Pool Promotions with Chris Patient as well. I hope to get him stateside. Next to Upstate Al, you'll need subtitles for both of them.
That was a very controlled shot. Really the only way to play for the 4. Playing to that blind pocket with the 7 partially impeding the pocket.
Yeah,
A little bit of a better shot than may have been perceived.
A nice pattern out right now.
Yeah, he's going to want to stay under the 7 and play sort of a Z pattern, like I like to say, on the 7, trying to go long.
I like to go back towards the chalk here, so and use 2 rails to get to the 8, but he's going to use a Z.
He's actually a little thicker than I'd like. He can
Yeah.
still do it, but he
Remember
might not
the-
hit the second rail.
Remember,
Here.
you overplayed this last time and he came behind the 9. I don't think
Yeah.
you'll see the same mistake this time.
He could swing around 3 rails too if he wanted.
Yeah, see, he underplayed that just to err on the side of caution. Now he's going to be bumping the 9, so this is a little bit more difficult than he wanted.
Yeah, I think it's pretty natural though. He'll hit it softly. He just play the 8 pocket speed. The 9's going to hit the rail and come out a little bit.
Bank it, Billy.
Dale wants to see bank pull.
Yeah, see, he controlled that nicely. That was a nice shot.
He just fluffed the top, came across. Billy gets to the hill with a 8-6 lead here after
8-6
that.
on the hill.
After depositing the 9 there.
And that came from the scratch on Jayson's break. He was very unfortunate to get the kick from the middle of the table almost when the ball came rushing round and smashed him in.
Greg Antonakis, thank you. Thank you so much. That's donation number 2 from Greg Antonakis
Southwest
and
Q
family.
dealer, Greg.
And Oli Turkalainen. Thank you for your donation, Oli.
What are we playing for here? Is this a 5-6 position? Do you know where this is, Al? Are they playing for 5-6? We don't know.
Well,
think
who's
this-
left here? You got
I think this is the last 5
yeah.
or 6, isn't it? Yeah, top 5, 6.
Yeah, I think
it's
this
gotta
is
be,
5-6,
yeah.
guys. I
This
think
is
this
4.
is 5-6.
Yeah, this is 5, 6.
3 ball in the corner, 1 in the side. That's what he's playing. Made the
ball.
one. Ooh, missed the one. Scratched.
This isn't over yet, folks.
Billy's got.
There's drama to be had, and
Gotta
this
be
is
a bit
looking
frustrated.
like a nice, easy out. I
Well,
don't see any problems here.
I do. The 4 to the 5s.
Yeah, but
He's
the
got to play a
the
5-8.
The 5-8 or the other side of it is fine. It's a straight in combo.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to play the 5-8.
We'll play the 1-5-8 too. What do you think?
No.
No.
That's
No doubt.
super
Come on,
adventurous.
no doubt. Oh look, Mike's lovely lady Christine behind him.
She's
If my lady's
she's
watching,
texting.
the beer's empty, love. Any trip to the bar?
Yeah, I really believe that the 5-8 is going to dictate whether he gets out this wreck or not, or the 4 to the 5 essentially.
I mean, let's not discount the 2 to the 3 here. This is a big draw stroke. Unless he wants to just, if he tries to force this, I like the draw stroke. I like straight back with low left. But
He could actually get to the left side of the table too if he wanted.
look at this, baby. Come on, the
Yeah.
Scots.
Don't get straight. Don't get straight.
That's the Highlander stroke.
Perfect. Now he's going to favor where he just put his cue. He's going to favor the left side of the table so he can swing 3 rails naturally for the 5-8 combination. And he'll actually want to get pretty straight on it.
Yeah, he'll want to be straight down on it, like you said. But I think the 5-8's the shot, rather
Yeah.
than trying to finish on the opposite side. This is just 3 rails and try and finish as straight as you possibly can, 5 to the 8.
Yeah, he's trying to hit the second diamond here, not the third, I believe. I hit the third and he still ended up great.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
Because he's going to leave some light. He can pop out.
Yeah, he'll leave angle for the 5 to the 6. This is actually ideal. He didn't want to be dead straight. I was wrong, guys, because then it would be difficult to get from the 5 to the 6. So this is actually smarter.
Yeah, let's
The
see.
5 should stay where the 8 was.
Perfect.
He's got a nice angle to get above the 6 if he wants, or below the 6.
Looks like Sierra's going to get a wish of
Hill.
hill, but we're at double hill right now, right? Double hill down, triple hill down.
Well, he's got 2 games to get to the hill, so he's got to win this one and the next one to get to the hill.
That was a nice shot. Very well controlled.
Yeah, perfect speed, perfect angle, and they'll do a perfect draw now with a perfect 9 and a perfect Shaw. All right, so Shaw's back in form here. Nice out. Billy, a little unfortunate scratch. Shaw, an unfortunate scratch before.
I think I've lost my girlfriend to the casino again. She's gone.
Again. Again.
I had to get security to drag her out last time.
Was that you?
It might have been me.
They have these little boxes like they look like Easy Pass, but they're low jacks, and you just put them in their purse and you can follow them
Oh,
around.
that's it. Yeah, a bit of low jack. That's low jacker. Beep 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 beep. So let's see what he can do here. Jayson needs to a break and run would be lovely for his nerves, just to make this hill.
I question the morality of how to rack at this point because being
The morality.
being a brake mechanic versus a rack mechanic has
you are the most honest person in the game, Mike.
has
How
has
could
a
you
lot of value.
say such a thing?
Because if Shaw makes a ball in the break and has a connect the dot out, then it's hill, and if Shaw doesn't make a ball in the break,
I mean, if Shaw's not happy, I'd ask him to re-rack just to kind of turn the heat up a bit, you know, to say, do you mind just re-racking them?
yeah, see that's the morality thing. I don't know if I could do that. I would accept
No,
too
but
many.
that's a bit of gamesmanship. That's not, you're not like deliberately leaving a gap in the rack. And look at that. Oh, he's made a ball. That's all he could ask for right now. Just make a ball and accept whatever you've got from here. He's still in control.
Yeah, morality, integrity.
I don't like just having a slap at that one, because Billy can bank this.
Nah.
No.
Bank it for the hill.
And that's
For the hill W.
Yeah.
Can he bank the 2 past the 9 and freeze the Q on the 9? I don't think he can. Right?
No, he can't. No. There's
Can't hit it thin enough and have enough spin.
Too much
Yeah.
angle there. But I think he can play the reverse bank. I think he can come back to the same ball as the.
Can he bank it towards the 5 and hold the Q behind
Yeah.
the 3 and the 9?
I do think so. No, actually.
I mean, going to the short rail, long rail, and back with inside.
With inside, maybe.
He could even play the bank in the upper right corner and play that. I might actually just get this back, to be honest. It's a little squirrely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give it back. I think to stay in control, you
This looks like a half ball bank to me,
he's
but
giving it back. You are right.
it is what I would call squirrely.
Make the mistake whilst he's on the hill, whilst Billy's on the hill. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're over 2,500 viewers right now, and this isn't even the finals, but we have a fantastic last 5-6 players that are in this tournament right now, all of them capable of winning. Yeah, oh wow, look at that for a shot. He's going to leak out though, unless it goes behind the 5.
Yeah, that's actually one of my favorite shots, but he hit it a little too thick.
He had 2 options there. He could have been behind the 8 or behind the 5, so and got neither, sadly.
This could be endgame for Jayson here. If he can follow up, I think I play for the 3 in the side.
He's just going to bang it on and off the rail.
Yeah, I like playing for the 3 in the side, but
Yeah, played it fine.
he came down a little far, but he'll be able to play the 4 in the side now, naturally.
Yeah, 4 in the left side pocket, right? Come behind
Yeah,
the
yeah.
5. Would you go around the 5 or
I think I attack the 8 ball.
go after the 8? Try and bump the 8.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'd play it.
Yeah, it looks like he's
If I
gonna
see the
play
angle
that.
correctly, that's what I would do.
Playing that with inside, so I think you're right. Yeah, he checked it. You see the amount of check he put on that?
Yeah, he
He's
tried
been
to hit the 8.
Very, very
Hit
lucky.
the 8, but hit the 4 first. Got a good roll. Got a great roll.
Hell of a roll.
This could be a little awkward to get to the 5. The 7 looms large. He's going to have to either follow an out, which I think is the right play, or try to stun it with a jacked up draw. And the following out
You
has to be
don't-
the highest percentage.
You don't do anything too special here. Just make sure you're on the 5.
Yeah, following out.
I mean, he's come a little bit steeper than he wanted to, but he's on it. You know, he has a shot. There's no reason to be upset with this. Could easily turn the cue ball loose here, or
Yeah.
bank it. Come on, Billy.
Dell. They're confusing people out there. They're thinking that this is the bank shot.
Yeah, this is.
He might go 4 rails here.
If I'm the best bank pool player in the world, I'm banking pretty much everything.
Okay, he went 2 rails. You could extend that line and go 4 rails, or just accept the 2 rail. Accepted the 2 rail. He's probably going to draw this with low left and swing back above.
He can go 3 rails here too, underneath the 9. Or he can just play it with left hand side and come out 2 rails and across.
Yeah, it depends on how thick the angle is.
Yeah, I mean it's a very touchy shot to play it that way. But I think the natural angle affords him to go 3 rails here.
Yeah,
With,
if
a
he's
high
got
left.
a thinner cut, if this is like a half ball hit, then the high
High left is the one.
left is the play. If it's thicker than that, like a 2/3 hit or better, then a low outside would work nicely. The new cloth is also going to be a factor here. The low outside is very easy from this angle
If
on
he
old
goes-
cloth,
if
but
he
on new
goes low,
cloth,
if he goes low, like you say, low outside, low outside, he can get right back across the table and play the 8 long, which it looks like he's going to do.
I think
just
he'll play
come
above it.
1 rail and below it,
I think he'll play above it.
like this. See, he didn't get into it enough, so he's left
Yeah,
a
he went
steeper
below it.
angle than he wanted to.
I don't like going past the point.
I
And-
don't either. Yeah.
And your option with the follow avoided the point, and the low outside avoided the point. But the low outside may not have been there. And based on what he chose, I don't think it was.
With the slide on the cloth as well,
Yeah.
the slide really slowed it down. This is a great. I mean, this will be the shot that wins the match for him.
Yeah.
Keep
Billy's
your
such a strong pocketer.
Eyes peeled. Mitsuko giving him respect there and letting him shoot this. It come away. It's come away from the pocket.
Yep.
It's come away, and he's got away with it too. Oh! Should have banked it, Billy. Sorry, mate.
Why is Jayson waiting?
See, that was tough, you know, and I think what Mike was saying there about shot selection, it's huge. At every stage, even though that looked easy, I still don't think that was the right shot given the table conditions as they are.
Billy's got to go, Shaw's got to go 4 rails here, right?
I mean, I'd love a 4 rail kick right now, but
No, not kick. I mean, he's going to go short rail, long rail, short rail, 8 ball, long rail, short rail, long rail, back towards the 9. I think he's
you're terrifying me, mate. I've got no idea what you just said. Short rail, long rail,
short
long
rail,
rail, short
8
rail.
ball, long rail,
Yeah.
short rail, long rail, back towards the 9. I don't think he can hold it if he tries to kick at it.
You don't like
one
just
rail.
just like a one rail kick?
I like kicking past the
like?
9 as opposed to kicking at the long rail and then going towards the 8.
Well, I know what he's going to do. He's going to take as much time as brutally possible for us to endure.
I don't think he can miss it if he goes by the first diamond.
It's
here.
not. I mean, it's not hanging over the pocket. That's my problem. This isn't an easy kick shot.
Right, but he needs to let the cue ball go. No.
He would let the cue ball. I mean, if he's thinning it, of course.
Yeah. So you got to play position to go all the way around the table as opposed, this angle.
He's looking at it from that angle, yeah.
And going around the 4 rails after.
I prefer that one because if you hit it too thick, you get some natural safety, so it's almost a two-way shot as well.
He's going to make this ball. I know it's hanging out a little bit, but he's going to make the ball. He's got to sweat the side pocket scratch after he makes the 8. And that's what he's concerned about. That's why he's taking so much time, because he has to go all the way around the table. So he has to hit this with pace. He can't just kill it there.
Yeah, he has
so
to
he's
hit it
going
with
towards
pace.
the side pocket after he hits the long rail.
I don't like it. It's too tense, Mike. I can't deal with it. I mean, the straight up and down. If it was hanging over the pocket, the up and down would just be the easier shot. But where it's leaked out just over there. Yeah, let's see the up and down. He's got to try the up and down. I like it. It's 3 diamonds out.
No.
1.5 diamonds. Boom.
No.
Look at it. 3 diamonds. 1, 2, 3. Go in the middle. 1.5. Boom. It's a straight up and down.
No.
Don't go two rails. I know people. What do you think?
I don't know. I think he's got to go short.
I need an armchair fan to tell me what shot to make.
This is the way. Hit it with pace. Don't you hit this softly. Come around. Yeah. Come on. Come on.
No, it's not gonna happen. If after the last shot, right, he played a similar distance jump shot and cut it in the side. Why don't you just jump it?
Because it pop off the table.
Land on it. Gulirakis style.
Goodness.
See, look, yeah, there we go, Jay.
No.
Do it for the fans.
Don't.
We love you.
Win. Make it hill.
I want to see it go out in a blaze of glory.
I'm getting scared. I don't know what to do.
I told you he was going to take as much time as he possibly could.
I thought I knew what
just
to do here,
drag it
and
out.
he's taking so long that I'm getting confused. Don't go a long way. Don't do this.
Just do it. 3 rail kick it. Just, go around the world. I love the 3 rail kick.
He's looking at your shot.
Yeah, look at it. See?
He's looking at your shot.
There it is. I mean, if he hits the second rail, he's perfect.
I hate being wrong.
I just think where he's hitting it thin, it's I don't know.
He's looking at your shot.
think
I hope
it's-
he takes your shot and fails. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, USA, chill out.
No.
You
Don't
guys
do
are
it.
brutal. He's liking your shot.
Up and down is the way because look, the diamonds just favour it, and even if he can still go safe if he misses it thick, he'll go safe. Look at this. I think he's perfect.
He's gonna hit it.
Oh, it's perfect. What a shot. Sorry, I'm clapping in the booth. I know I shouldn't do that. Great shot.
Nice call, Del.
Thanks, mate. Us jocks think alike, all right?
That was a great shot. Great execution by Shaw. He has to make this in the side. He's taking a little extra time. He's got it.
Yeah, the adrenaline will be pumping.
My palms are sweaty now.
That's for other reasons. Oh, wow, he cut
Played
it
in
up
the
top
corner.
as well.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
All right, Hill. We
Sorry
have an exciting match.
Sorry for the blasphemy.
The last.
I don't usually blaspheme.
Gosh, dog it.
Gosh darn it. Forgot where I was.
Talking about
What
gosh,
a rack,
dog
people. What a rack.
it. Nook's nib.
That's not even Hill, is it?
Nib's
That's
Nook.
That's 8-7. Is it 8-7?
It's 8-8. Nib's Nook is a good
I've lost all track of the score.
company that provides quality food for animals.
Yeah, so that is a monster shot.
You
To play
guys
that
are
long,
all-
that's just like Jayson just reminding Billy that he'll make any ball in any pocket, even if it's the 9.
That was crazy. He built up the excitement, gave us lots of time to sweat and get nervous, and
Damn, I sweat that one so hard.
I know my palms are wet like I was playing.
I mean, Billy got fortunate to leave him behind, but Billy will be kicking himself knowing he had a great opportunity to win the match there.
This is a great match. I'm glad to be watching this now. Shaw asked for a re-rack.
Yeah, this is the gamesmanship.
It's the
part.
first re-rack of the set.
It is, but it's the most important one.
Okay,
Billy just giving them the Tom Brady baby pat. There we go. Just tap them a bit, make it look like you're trying to get them tight.
Little love tap.
Cheeky love tap. We love a love tap in the booth.
Just caressing them a little. You know, I believe that Billy and Shaw are both men of integrity, and they're trying their best to give a good rack here.
This is, I mean, either way, Jayson has the advantage with the break. You know, whoever's breaking in this hill. That's why the winner break format is so good.
I mean, hill, you got to play a safety break here, right?
I don't think we're going to see any safeties here. I might ask Chris Patient to go and put the kettle on. Go and put the kettle on, kid. This one's going to be a beauty.
You want to go massage Billy's back?
He's talking to his wife, not me. All right, by the way. Billy should have listened when I said bank it.
Nah.
We're at 2.8 now for this wet. We'll see if we can get over 3,000 viewers for the Hill match.
I want 3.8 million. Come on, guys.
3.8.
Watch, share, donate, show love. Are we sharing this on our Facebook?
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
we
I'm
should
just totally blanking everything.
We should share this on our Facebooks.
You've got more followers than me. You do it.
Nuts. Go ahead. Oh, where was I?
Wow. This is the longest rack I've seen the whole tournament. Jason's going to really inspect it again.
I was playing John Mora, who's a friend of mine, and he was having difficulty racking too, and actually spent a lot of time racking. These balls are just getting a little beat up over the days, and the tables are been racked in different spots. It just gets more and more difficult as the tournament progresses to give a good rack. So I'm sure Billy's trying to give a perfect rack.
Only on the last hill rack.
I think this is it. It's one ball in. Oh no! God! He made the one ball, and the cue ball came spearing round for the side pocket, followed it in.
What a
No good.
brutal ending to a beautiful match.
Has been great, and Jayson will be sick as a dog on the sideline. And Billy now just needs to keep his composure. This is a pattern out roadmap, as you guys call it.
Yeah, look in here. He's going to play to the middle of the table off the 3, and then he'll play the.
You know what?
6,
You know what I'm
7,
going to
8,
do,
9.
Mike? I'm going to say nothing, and I think you should do the same, and we should just watch in awe.
You want me not to talk?
I mean,
Would be a pleasure, just for a couple of seconds. No, go ahead, guys. Joking.
let's just watch this one out because I want to let the drama unfold because he's already got funny. Everyone hold your breath.
I'm scared.
Drama. See, this is it. You know, there was a famous commentator called Ted Lowe.
Great shot.
Do you remember Ted Lowe?
I do.
The whispering Ted Lowe used to get down and it was like, and now we enter the final frame.
Okay, I can't.
Both players.
I got to speak.
The tension is electric in this arena. Here we go. Just draw it up to the side rail.
Slightly to the left. Slightly to the left.
And he is absolutely
Slightly to the left.
inch perfect.
Perfect.
Inch perfect.
Or muy bueno.
Really just wants the cue ball where it is now, I think.
Draw back. Just a sliver.
I mean, for me, that's perfect where it is now. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball.
He might twist the 6 in just a hair instead of cutting it so the cue ball doesn't get closer to the rail.
Yeah. Again, horses for courses. Everyone has their preference.
I think he's supposed to stun straight. He doesn't want to bring the side pocket into play, so he doesn't want to
Yeah,
use...
he doesn't want to go forward here, does he? I mean, if he goes forward, he'll be leaving a steeper angle on the 8 ball. He wants to get as flat on the 8 as he can.
Right. I would use top right on this instead of top left. And check it.
You're a maverick, Mike. That should be your nickname, Maverick.
Check
Now
it
he's going to have to
nicely.
play this with drag. What do you think? Drag or inside?
I go drag here.
You like to drag it?
Yeah.
I've heard you're good in drag.
Maybe drag with inside. I used to have long hair. It was nice.
Tuck it in.
Flowing.
This is the key shot now. Again, he'll just play it pocket speed. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball except let it drift. Oh my God! What are you doing, Billy? It's had a rush of blood to the head
Yeah,
and played it perfect.
Yeah.
Could you imagine playing that shot at that point? Wow! What a great shot.
Yeah, Jayson came up and conceded. Great match, guys.
Thank it.
Wow, what a shot there. The final shot going up and down the table. Look at the cue and the 9 ball there. Perfect. I want to thank Michael Yetnick and, of course, Del Sim.